living the dream. But I do enjoy being back in Canada. It's just a great time to be back in Canada. I always miss it, and I'm going to share, before I go, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite Canadian moments. This is it happened a few years back, actually. I was in Montreal at Trudeau Airport, the old Trudeau, not the new one. And so we were getting ready to go to Toronto. So we were at the gate, and there was a bit of a delay. We'd been there for 5 or 10 minutes too long. And eventually the captain came on. And this is what he said. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I want to apologize for the slight delay here. We have a little issue with the control panel. I'm not getting all the indications that I'm comfortable with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut down the control panel and then reboot it. And that should give me all the results that I'm looking for. And when I'm comfortable with all the readings, we'll be on our way. Shouldn't take longer than 5 to 10 minutes. If it takes any longer than that, I'll be back on to update you. In the meantime, I want to thank you for flying Air Canada. I know you didn't have a lot of choices. It is Canada, but we thank you anyway." And so at this point, I felt pretty comfortable. I felt like I was in good hands with this guy. I felt like he had our backs. But the problem is his job was only half over. You see, he still had to say that message again in Francais, right? Because you don't know, right? It's Canada. There could be some guy in that airplane from Ville de la Lac-Saint-Jean, à côté de les deux montagnes, des Trois Sœurs de Bonaventure, de l'église de Notre-Dieu Guy Lafleur. You don't know, right? Never heard a lick of English in his life, all right? Air Canada's like, you got to tell him what's going on, buddy. You got to rock him to sleep with the deets. So this poor captain from Cleveland, Ohio, with his high school Spanish, has got a Rosetta Stone his way through this explanation, this very complicated explanation. And to the best of my recollection, it sounded like this. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Je suis le capitaine de l'avion. And at this point, every French person on the plane knew it was coming down the pipe, right? I could hear a couple of them in the back going, "Don't do it, don't do it. We're going to tell him ourselves, okay? We'll take care of it, okay? Don't worry." And, but this guy can't hear. He just keeps going, He's like, "Il y a un problème avec l'avion. Quelque chose est brisé maintenant. Mais c'est OK. Je peux le fixer ça. Ce que je fais, c'est je ferme l'avion et après ça, je ouvre la porte et le control panel et après ça, ça marche. Et je pense ça marche. Et je fais voler dans les nuages. Merci pour votre merci." And that was it. And it was just silence on the airplane. All the French people were already in crash position. We hadn't even left the gate yet. Their heads were between their knees. It was terrible. And everything he'd gained had disappeared. But then suddenly something happened. Someone started clapping. Some guy just started clapping, and then the whole plane joined in. Everybody on the airplane just started clapping because we all knew what that guy had just gone through and how he had fought to get through it. He fought like a champ to get all the way through that explanation, and we appreciated it. And I think that's Canada right there. That's Canada, right? Isn't it? Going that extra mile to make sure everybody feels included. That's Canada, and I'm glad to be home. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.